Brothers, orders are booming. It's booming. We can't hold it anymore. I can't hold it anymore. Hurry up. Go online, brothers. Can you guys stop placing orders? I can't squeeze in and I can't grab the meal. The $0 shopping makes more buyers than us delivery boys. In April 2025, China's e-commerce giant JD.com joined the food delivery industry and issued subsidies of about 1.4 billion to seize the food delivery market. So, the three major Chinese food delivery platforms, Meituan, Taobao Flash Purchases under Alibaba, and JD.com, launched a fierce subsidy war using various temporary preferential measures to attract customers. I encounter the most intense business war during the days when I want to lose weight the most. Losing weight can be done at any time, but the dividends of this era cannot be enjoyed at any time. Come, drink milk tea, drink as much as you can. If these food delivery platforms continue to fight, I don't know who will win, but I'm about to get diabetes. Meituan suddenly distributed 0 yuan purchase red envelopes, milk tea and hamburgers were given away for free. And Meituan and Alibaba's Taobao flash sales offered $3 off for orders over $3.50, $2.93 off for orders over $3.50, $2.51 off for orders over $2.51, and $2.23 off for orders over $2.23. This was almost equivalent to the 0 yuan purchase promotion, which has plunged the whole nation into a frenzy of share the sheep activities. It's reported that Meituan received 120 million orders in a single day, and milk tea orders also directly exceeded $100 million, which directly led to the collapse of the order system. Someone posted a picture of his refrigerator being filled with cold drinks from Meituan City, and he vomited after drinking too many of them. Share the wool, or we can call it deal hunting, means people take advantage of the discounts and promotional events provided by merchants and use some tricks or methods to gain benefits so as to save money. 11 Wallaces, 11 Wallace combos, not hamburgers but 11 Cokes, 11 small burritos, 11 chicken nuggets, and 11 hamburgers. I can imagine the breakfast for the next week. Wallace burritos for breakfast, Wallace burgers for lunch, and Wallace chicken nuggets for dinner. This was the scene at the Taobao store full of orders. Stop it. Stop ordering. Stop ordering. Stop. There is no retreat. Since the Takeout platform launched the 0 yuan purchase, many Taobao stores have experienced a flood of orders. Some employees said they received thousands of cups of tea orders at a time, and they were too busy and too tired to drink water. So the employees of some stores shut down the online ordering system. I heard that Taobao system crashed. I went to see what happened. It said that there were more than 1,000 orders and the stores are closed. Let's go and see what happened. What are you doing? Nothing. Wear a mask. Don't record me. Interview. How do you feel? Tired. Oh my god, you have more than 1,000 orders. How many cups of tea have you already made? Half done. Half. Too funny. A female employee, too busy and tired, cried anxiously. Don't worry, not urgent. What material can I use for this order? There are still 41 orders. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. So annoying, so many orders. Don't cry, don't cry. It's okay. Take your time, take your time, take your time. The first cup of milk tea in autumn also had a huge order. Because the staff was short of manpower, the delivery guy helped squeeze lemons to make cold drinks. The rider has to squeeze the lemon tea himself. And this is not an isolated phenomenon. Meituan Taobao takeout orders exceeded 100 million per day. The merchants are too busy, and they ask riders to cooperate in packing. I packed it myself. It's all here. Everyone, find your own orders. The scenes of delivery men's electric bikes fully loaded with takeouts have become more and more frequent. Taobao flash sales are really amazing. The orders have been so strong for 2 months that there is no room for electric bikes. With the surge in takeout orders, the income of takeout delivery boys has also soared. Some delivery men run 200 orders a day, and their income has skyrocketed several times. I've made a fortune. I'm rich. I've been delivering food for so long, but I've never seen such a scene. I can't finish all the orders. The brothers who delivered food these 2 days should all make money. Some platforms offer a $63 bonus for delivering 30 orders. Mine is small and the bonus is relatively small, but I actually earned more than $100 on the first day, and hundreds of dollars on the second day. I earned my 1 month's living expenses in 2 days. It turns out that Meituan's opponent has never been JD.com, but LME. The shocking price war among food delivery giants has led to an extreme boom in orders. By the early morning of July 13th, Meituan announced that its daily order volume had exceeded 150 million. Taobao Flash Purchase and Alibaba's other food delivery platform, LME, announced on July 14th that the daily order volume exceeded 80 million. However, there are pros and cons. That is, while customers are crazy about ordering takeout, the busy store clerks are suffering. A food delivery boy revealed some unknown inside stories. Meituan and LME, two platforms, fought each other and spent billions of dollars. What is the result? Have you ever understood the feelings of these shop assistants? Look at these takeout stores and milk tea shops. They can't make any extra drinks because of the explosion of orders, so the riders can't get more orders. The merchants can't make any more food or drinks. Who is hurt? The innocent shop assistants. Our riders can get double delivery fees. Our riders' income is usually $28 to $42, but in the past 2 days it can be $56 to $70 a day, and some can even make $140 a day. We can exempt us from penalties for overtime, and we won't be punished, but have you ever thought about these innocent shop assistants? Faced with so many of us riders urging to get the takeouts, but they couldn't make it. There is no stock. Some takeout shops are closed, while the platforms are continuing to receive orders. They can't make it. What should they do? There is no solution. Most of these shops are full of college students and summer workers. They have just entered this society and have to face such an environment. I think before you, the platforms, give subsidies, can you think about their feelings first? Can you make a notice first so they can hire more manpower and prepare more goods so that they can be mentally prepared? You see, there are so many orders in 1 hour and it's impossible to make it. The takeout war between the three major platforms is in full swing. JD.com announces that it will invest about $1.4 billion to support the Double 100 plan of benchmark brands in various categories. Taobao Flash Sales launches a subsidy plan of nearly $70 billion within 12 months. Meituan May announces that it will invest $13.93 billion in the catering industry as a whole in the next 3 years, saying it will promote its growth. On the surface, the merchants' orders have skyrocketed, the riders' income has doubled, and consumers have fallen into an overdraft consumption mode. However, the restaurant owners are suffering. In today's food delivery war, it seems that everyone is celebrating, but our catering businesses are the worst losers, because no one cares about our lives. What about the $1.4 billion plan? What a subsidy of nearly $7 billion? Really, it's our catering businesses that are bearing most of the costs. The delivery riders have delivered more orders, and their income has increased. Customers can order takeout with very little money, but what about our catering businesses? Some people say, isn't it better not to do it? Can I not do it? If I don't join it, there will be no takeout orders for my store. Many of our catering stores are the entire income of our families. We have rent, water, electricity, and labor. The takeout war has destroyed the dine-in business. We have no choice. The labor has increased, the cost has increased, and the profit has decreased. What can we do? Really, please let us merchants go. I never thought that the war among the three major takeout selling platforms would eventually hurt us merchants. The big war on takeout subsidies a few days ago, I was busy until 11 o'clock in the evening that day. After it was over, I treated the store employees to dinner to reward them. When I calculated the accounts the next day, as a result, the profit was not as high as usual. Let me summarize the situation of our store. The number of dine-in customers has obviously decreased because with the subsidies from the takeout platforms, the price of dine-ins is a little more expensive than takeout. Some people can even order takeout for less than $1, but the profit from takeout is far less than that of dine-in. I also have to hire more staff to prevent a sudden surge in takeout orders, and I cannot deliver the takeout in time. My costs have increased, the profit has decreased. Our online orders only accounted for 30% before. Even if a takeout platform charges more commission, our restaurant's basic market is offline, so I'm not worried about the profit. If the online orders account for the vast majority in the future, I'll do whatever the takeout platform asks me to do. I heard that the takeout war will continue, and I really don't want to participate. However, if I don't participate, there will be no customers in my store, and I may only lose more. The sky is falling for our restaurant owners. The three food delivery platforms are fighting each other, and small businesses like us are almost being squeezed to death. All dine-in customers have disappeared, and all ordering takeout at home. A meal that used to cost $2 or $3 can now be had for less than $1. You thought that was the end. On August 1st of this year, Pinduoduo will join in. The three food delivery platforms have already reached $0 shopping. Now that Pinduoduo will join in, I dare say it will definitely start with the King Bomb. Not only will you be able to eat for free, but it may even subsidize you and give you money for eating. Can you believe it? Many customers think that the platforms are burning money on subsidies. They're wrong. Platforms do subsidize, but the subsidies are going to you, the customers. We merchants have to pay for every order, and our profits are almost squeezed dry. The harder you work, the worse it gets. Some catering peers are simply struggling to survive at a loss. So brothers, it's fun to get the goods, but think about what you put in your mouth. When owners are doing business in a losing money way, don't expect them to use good ingredients. The King Bomb here is a term in a Chinese poker game. As an internet term, the meaning of King Bomb is extended to refer to heavy information or events that are hidden into the last moment, and is often used to describe events or trump cards with a decisive influence. You can imagine that once Pinduoduo, the Chinese e-commerce platform giant, joins the fray, what a heavy blow it'll be to restaurant owners who are already in trouble. On July 14th, the mainland media Titanium Media interviewed a rice noodle shop. The owner, Xu Ting, revealed that after joining the promotion, the number of takeout orders from platforms suddenly soared 10 times. She was so busy and so tired preparing meals that her feet couldn't rest for 1 minute. The staff rushed to prepare meals, and the takeout bags at the door were piled up into a small mountain. But even though the scene was so lively, Xu Ting admitted that it's a false prosperity. She said that the original price of rice noodles was $2.80, but customers only paid $1.38 after the discount. Franchise restaurant also had to pay the platform commission, packaging fees, delivery fees, and headquarters shares, etc., and as a result, she had earned less than 14 cents in her hands. She went to the platform to complain, but there was no response. Xu said, "The brand headquarters thinks that you can earn 14 to 28 cents, which is already very good." This is indeed the case. On the surface, the endless orders make merchants live a warlike life, and some stores even work from morning to 2 a.m. every day. But after the settlement, they found that after deducting the merchant subsidies, platform service fees and delivery fees, and then deducting the cost of materials, and giving red envelopes to employees for their hard work, the owners don't make any profit at all. On July 15th, Liu Jingjing, founder and chairman of China Jiahe Yipin, a restaurant brand, also complained about the takeaway subsidy war on social media. She pointed out that behind the various preferential policies of the platform, in fact, for every $1.40 in subsidy, it seems to be a discount for customers. But the platform only pays 42 cents, while the merchant has to pay 98 cents. She questioned whether the subsidy war among takeout platforms is a profit concession by the platform or a bloody plunder of restaurants. Leo said, "If you, as a merchant, don't participate in the subsidy activities, there will be no traffic, customers can't see you, and of course there'll be no orders. If you are forced to participate, the orders that come in are loss-making and profitable. The employees are almost exhausted and the restaurant is almost losing money. Tens of millions of merchants are almost reduced to takeout processing plants and bullets in the melee between the three giants. Many merchants can no longer bear it and have closed their stores to stop losses. This is the experience of a used equipment recycling businessman who goes by the pseudonym Dog Brother. The first batch of restaurants affected by the takeout war has appeared. In these 10 days since July, when I worked on used catering equipment, the 56 restaurant owners I contacted had told the exact same story as if they had discussed it in advance. They all point out the same reason: takeouts are too cheap, and no one comes to the store to consume. It can also be seen from the number of times my trucks are used. We have transported hundreds of trucks of equipment in the past 10 days. Restaurant owners who are still persisting need to pay attention to this, as three situations may occur in the future. The first is that fewer and fewer people will come out to eat during the day. The weather is already hot, and there are high temperature warnings every day. Coupled with the crazy subsidies for takeout, the number of takeout orders has tripled compared to the previous average. 3 meals a day remain unchanged, and you won't eat 6 meals a day just because it's cheap. The increase in takeout is the decrease in dine-in, so you have to be prepared for less and less dine-in. At least the situation will accompany you throughout the student summer vacation period. Do you need to adjust your employees' wages? Do you need to negotiate with your landlord for the rental fee? Whether to participate in the takeout business, you need to consider it carefully. The second point is that the 5-star hotels are just starting to set up street stalls. Will they go all out to do takeout next? I think they will. Third, there will be a batch of places offering very low rental fees on the market. Restaurant owners who are waiting to pick up bargains must think carefully when they encounter such shops. If you are facing a whole army of street food vendors or 5-star hotels setting up street stalls near you, it may be of no use, no matter how cheap the rental fee is. In response, Jiangpin Chao, president of American Takeout Company, analyzed this phenomenon to overseas Chinese media and said, "On the surface, it looks prosperous and merchants have received many orders. However, those customers are not paying for the store's service, but for whether they can shear the wool and get profit. Ordinary people have nowhere to make money, and they have less and less money in their hands. Deflation has led to the mentality of customers to shear the wool." Jiang said, "This is also a very scary thing for business owners. When customers can't get a profit, they will leave, and the restaurants will go bankrupt when they can no longer sell at a loss. Once the restaurants go bankrupt, those platforms will also go bankrupt. Therefore, this kind of subsidy and loss-making business is short-term behavior and cannot continue and cannot survive." Jiang emphasized that the consequences of such irrational promotional activities of the Chinese people will further deteriorate the Chinese economy and people's living conditions. Therefore, behind this national carnival is the support by the capital from many catering businesses that have already been in a downturn. With the participation of 5-star hotels in the street stall market, it can be foreseen that China's catering industry will simply shrink faster amid the back-and-forth moves of the food delivery platform giants. The Chinese Communist Party officials urgently called a halt to this food delivery war. On July 18, 2025, the regulatory authorities interviewed 3 delivery platform companies, Alibaba, Meituan, and JD.com. On July 19th, another Saturday arrived, but the major food delivery platforms seemed quiet and no longer issued coupons on a large scale. However, what the authorities cannot stop is the philosophy of struggle created by the party culture. It has infiltrated the business field, causing the powerful to ignore the disadvantaged groups and squeeze their living space without scruples. The prosperity of massive small and medium-sized enterprises is usually a sign of a country's economic health. But in Red China, the Communist Party and its business giants do not understand this. That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with a friend. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.
上进心，上进心，一万